Hi there, welcome to chendu.org and thank you so much for taking time to understand how our VBA class works. In this brief presentation, I would like to share with you what our VBA class is and what are the benefits of this class should you join it, how this class works, who is going to teach this, what is the cost and duration of this program, and how to join us. And should you have any doubts or questions, how do you get in touch with one of us? So just move on. What is this VBA classes? Well, if I have to define VBA classes in one crisp sentence, this is how I would phrase it. VBA classes is an online VBA macros training program that can make a beginner an expert in Excel VBA. Now, this is a very bold and ambitious statement, but I want to clarify several things so that you understand what is this that you're getting into and how it can help you most. So I have highlighted three different points, one with a star, one with a plus symbol, and one with a tilde. What do we mean by an online VBA macros training program? Well, by online program, what we mean is this program is delivered completely online, completely through internet. By online, we also mean that this program is a program that is pre-recorded and you can watch these lessons whenever you want, wherever you are. No need to be online at any specific time. This is not like a webinar, it's much like an e-learning program. Each of the students in this program gets a secure login ID to our online classroom. So once you have this login ID, you can log on to our website and you can access all the material, lessons, homework assignments, sample workbooks and everything. And you can even post your questions, doubts, you can discuss with other students, you can find out if our instructors have answered your doubts and all that. All the lessons in this program can be taken repeatedly. You can pause any lesson, you can stop them, you can repeat them, you can review them, you can skip some lessons, whatever you want you can do, because it is a completely online program. What do we mean by a beginner? Well, by beginner I don't mean somebody who is totally new to Excel. Someone who just went out and purchased a license of Excel just yesterday is not the kind of person we are looking for this program. But if you know how to use Excel, if you have been around on our website chendu.org or some of the other Excel websites, or if you have been using Excel for a while and you know some basics like what is a formula, what is a chart, and you when you open Excel and you don't really freak out, you just look at Excel and you feel it's just a normal user interface, and then you are the right type of person for this program. What do we mean by we're going to make you an expert in Excel VBA? Well, again, expert is a qualitative term. It can mean different things to different people, but for us an expert is someone who can get things done with Excel and VBA. So I would call you an expert if you can get something done without spending too much time or thinking too much or giving it up. And an expert is also someone who knows a handful of workarounds. So an expert is not someone who is only comfortable with a for loop. An expert is someone who knows what a while loop is, what a for loop is, what a for each loop is, and uses the right one for the right occasion. An expert is also somebody who knows all the right objects and functions that are available built in within to the Excel VBA model. Otherwise, what happens is you may know a lot of programming, but if you don't know what is already available to you, then you would spend a lot of time rediscovering the wheel or rekindling the fire. So here is somebody who is an expert when you are using the right things and simplifying your work. An expert can make user forms and simple applications using Excel. I'm not saying a very advanced expert, but an expert is someone who can make user forms. You can simplify complex spreadsheet using simple applications. An expert can automate work comfortably. If you do the same report every week, then when you will be called an expert when you can actually automate the whole work, so you can do something better like worrying about the data in the report or finding out ways to improve your performance that is actually listed in that report. So that is what an expert is. So with that, I think it must be very clear to you by now what our VBA classes program is. Just to repeat, it is a completely online program that you can take at any time, and that can make you from a beginner or an intermediate level user to an expert level user of Excel and VBA. What are the benefits of this class? The first and foremost benefit of this class is clearly defined content. And this is not me just telling you that our content is clearly defined. After running the first 2 batches, this is the same message that I hear back from our students. More than 1,000 students have joined VBA classes till date. And we constantly ask them, how do you like this class? Please share us your feedback. And a majority of them tell us that your class has been very clearly defined, not just in terms of the content plan or the overall outline of the curriculum, but the way you deliver it, the way you explain concepts. It is very simple, so even I can understand, I can implement these ideas even though I do not know what VBA is or how to use it before joining the class. So that is the very first benefit that I can assure you when you join this class. The second thing that we want to highlight here is A to Z of everyday VBA. I'm not by this I don't really mean that you will learn everything that is there in VBA by the end of this class. That is not possible, and I myself don't feel comfortable, and neither are my other 2 instructors in this program. Actually 3 of us together deliver this, so all 3 of us can safely say on any day that we don't know complete VBA. We are still learners, but what we feel is there are a majority of functions that many of us use on everyday basis, especially if you are into VBA development or you need to automate some work. Whenever you want to do that work, there are a couple of things that you would use on everyday basis. So for those everyday things, we take good care of you. We have covered a lot of basic concepts, object level functions and methods and properties, and how to use them and how to create forms, various things. We have put together the class curriculum and delivered it in such a way that 90% of your everyday needs are met. There will be some specific cases. For example, if you would like to do a statistical simulation, then that's one-off case than compared to automating a report or printing something or generating PDFs, things like that. So for a majority of everyday things, we have taken a good care, and this class gives you a very well structured step-by-step instruction for all these everyday VBA aspects. The best thing that also happens in our class is you can pause it, you can stop, you can repeat at any time. It's just like watching a video on YouTube. If you feel like you want to repeat the song, you would repeat. Just like my son, who in fact both my son and daughter, they have fallen in love with this new YouTube rage called Colaveri D. It's a song that a movie actor from southern part of India has sung, and for some strange reason everybody seems to like it, and it's a very catchy song. If you happen to hear it, then you would know. Otherwise, I might advise you after this demo, just go to YouTube and search for that as well. Of course, once you sign up for the VBA class. So it's just like watching something on YouTube. If you feel like repeating it, then you would repeat it. If you feel like stopping it, you would stop. If you feel like pausing it for a couple of minutes just so you can sink in the ideas and you can practice them, you would do that. Just like that, our class is designed. It's quite simple, quite easy to use, and you can pause, stop, repeat whenever you want. This is something that you cannot do in a real life class. If you go to a classroom and sit and the instructor is going on and on, maybe you can pause him and ask a question, but otherwise the class must move on. Whereas with an online e-learning kind of setup, it's quite suitable for people who are working and who have a job and who have a busy family life and other things. Whenever you have some time, you can squeeze in and get into our class. Another good thing with our class is almost all the lessons are structured into 20-25 minute chunks. So majority of our lessons are within that duration. Some lessons are even 5-10 minutes, but a majority are around 20-minute mark. So you can just pick the lesson and you can finish it within half an hour. It's just like watching a TV episode or something like that. You can ask and learn. The best way to learn for me, there are only two best ways to learn. One is, go and play by practicing, by experimenting. The second thing is ask and learn. So whenever you are stuck, you can ask a question in our online classroom, and we have dedicated people whose job is to only answer your question. So either Vijay, Samir, or myself would be happy to help you out and find out answers for you and then share them with you. Sometimes we may not know answers, but a majority of time we have seen these questions come repeatedly from many students, so we can share the answers back to you and help you learn better. Another beautiful thing is, it's just like our blog. So any question you ask is visible to all the students, so they can also help you by giving a reply that they know. So it's like a small classroom where you ask a question. Sometimes the instructor may not know, but another student might know, and he will help you like that. You can watch these classes, you can learn from wherever, whenever you want. If you feel like you want to catch up on a lesson during commute, you can do that. If you feel like you want to watch these lessons while you are on a different location from your workplace, you can do that. You can just log in and access the material. We have focused so that there is less theory and rote, like explaining the same concept and giving you theoretical overview of Excel object model and things like that. So we have actually not emphasized on that method of learning. Instead, what we did is we have deliberately structured our class such that there is more practice and fun. So I want to actually explain how we have added this more practice and fun aspect to our class by sketching a small diagram in the white space here. What we did is we let me just pitch the screen draw pen. Okay, so here we go. What do we mean by less theory and rote and more practice and fun is like this. We have about 13 topics, right? 13 topics in our class. And what we did is, after about 4 topics are over, the first 4 topics are like foundational. What is VBA? How do you use VBA? Some simple examples of VBA code, introduction to VBA variables, things like that. Those things you must learn. There is no escaping. It's like learning a language. First things you need to learn, like what are the simple letters and grammatical structures. But after that, the best way to learn is by speaking. So what we did is, after the first 4 topics are over, we kind of switched into a structure where theory is about 20% and practice is about 80%. And how do we do that? It's very simple. What we did is, in each of the lessons after the first 4 modules are over, we would spend some time exploring an object or a particular programming technique, show you some simple examples. That's the theory part. Then we right away jump into constructing a complex working model of a real life problem. For example, we would show you how to generate multiple PDF reports from the same data. You change the city and the report needs to be refreshed and you need to generate a different PDF, something like that. So what we call this in our class is called as practical track. So we have a theoretical track that kind of runs in full flow for the first 4 weeks. After that, we switch into theory with a majority of practical track. And in the practical track, we pick up some real life problems that people are facing, and we have solved them using VBA and Excel, of course, and showed you full solution from scratch to all the way to the end. And you can download this example workbook and you can see how the practical solution is being built. And the best part is, you can combine whatever you have learned in the theoretical weeks as well as this theory part, and then together you can yourself create a solution, and you can see how your solution compares with whatever solution that we proposed. So that is the beauty of this practical track. In fact, for some lessons we have even used only practical track, because that's the best way to learn, especially when you are dealing with charts and drawing shapes, things like that. My personal opinion is, using practice and real life ideas is more easier to demonstrate how these things work and pick up those concepts. So that is the whole benefit of our VBA class. Just to repeat, we have a very clearly defined content, and our class caters to A to Z of everyday VBA. You can pause, stop and repeat, or you can take this class whenever, wherever. You can ask questions, and the class is designed in such a way that there is more practice and fun. These are the course topics. We have about 13 different topics and 3 bonus topics. We start with an introduction to VBA, and then we move on to understanding loops and how to write VBA code, variables and how to define them, how to use them, and more into variables, how to deal with cells and ranges, then how do you deal with workbook, worksheet and databases, how do you work with charts and shapes, then with pivot tables, then with how do you use user forms and databases, how do you define complex user forms, and how do you create an example application, how do you integrate with Word and PowerPoint, and some additional VBA techniques that come in handy in special cases. And then in the last 2 weeks we have a class project. In fact, we have 2 class projects and some more information on VBA. We also have 3 bonus topics to help you along the way. The very first bonus topic is Introduction to Programming. So if you are completely new to programming, you have never programmed in your life, then this Introduction to Programming lesson kind of puts everything in perspective and tells you how computers think and how do you communicate with them, what is programming, what are the various basic concepts of it. The second topic is on how do you debug the code. While this course aims to teach you how to write better code and get things done, there is a very high chance that we all make mistakes, so there will be some errors in your code. So how do you go about debugging it, and how do you reduce the errors, and how do you handle them in runtime? And the third important thing is how do you work with databases. So this is where we introduce you to MS Access, SQL, how do you write SQL queries and all that. So this is our overall course layout. We have a detailed course topics by each module and what goes into them. For that, I suggest you to download our course brochure. It is available on the VBA Classes page. I will share the URL with you towards the end of this presentation. How does it work? Very simple, 5-step. You just pick the option of VBA class that you want to go for. We have 4 different options. You can see them further down this page, or if you are on YouTube, jump to chendu.org/wp/VBA classes and you can get the details there. So pick up the option that is right for you. We have pure VBA options, 2 options we have, and we have an Excel School plus VBA option wherein you can learn both Excel and VBA. And we have a super value option where Excel School, dashboards and VBA is all combined and sold for a good discount. And then once you sign up, within 12 hours we email the user ID and password to you, to your registered email address. Using these details you will log on to our classroom. Here all the material will be made available to you. We have a complete lesson plan, example macros, downloaded videos, facts and things like that. If you have any question, you can ask them by posting your questions. We will get back to you with an answer within a day or 2, depending on the complexity of the question. And you take up the homework and class project assignments so that you can sharpen your skills and you can learn better. Towards the end of the course, we will issue a course completion certificate to you so that you can show it off or you can use it to promote your skills. What is the methodology that we adopt? We are using a video methodology for a majority of the course. So each topic will be explained through videos, screencasts and some text elements going along with it. But a majority of time you would be looking at our screen and how we are doing. So we record our screen while we are explaining, just like this video is done, and you will be learning through that. What do we have as a class project? We have picked up a couple of real life problems. One of them is a fun problem, the other is more serious, complicated problem, and both of them we are showing to you how to handle using VBA. So it's a full-blown project. We explain the problem statement, then we show you the solution in a step-by-step fashion, and we ask you to construct the same in your own way. What to expect at the end? If you finish this VBA class, towards the end of it, you will be proficient in Excel macros. Assuming you follow the program and practice, you will know how to use form controls, ActiveX controls, and various other things that go into VBA. You will be able to automate various aspects of your Excel work, and you will be productive with Excel and VBA. This is what we want to this is what we are promising, and if you follow our course and if you practice and if you implement these ideas to your work, very high chance that you will be able to do all these things by the end of our course. Who are the instructors? Vijay Sharma, who is a certified MCP, and he's been working with Excel and VBA for last about 8 years now, and he is the main instructor for this program. Myself, Chandu, or Purnachandra Raudugirala, as many of you know me, and I am an MBA and I have Microsoft Excel MVP award. I have been awarded for the last 4 years, and I am the principal author of Chandu.org. And we have Ian Huitson, who often comes in and helps us, and many of you know Hui as well. He is a guest author at Chandu.org, and he is a very well-known forum member on our site, who has answered I think about 2000 different questions so far. Duration of this course is designed for 12 weeks of active learning, but because this course is designed as access anywhere, anytime, and download, if you are in a hurry mode or if you want to learn fast, you can finish this in 1 month. If you are a slow learner or if you want to take up one thing at a time, you can take up to 6 months to finish this course. So the duration is maximum of 6 months and minimum could be any time. We are starting the registrations for this program on 11th of January. There is no closing date, so if you are watching this video after 11th or on 11th, you are free to join and the program is open for you. This program is coming at 4 levels. The initial level is VBA Classes Online. By online, what we mean is you can come and watch all the videos on our website. You can download the workbooks, slides, and code examples, but the videos you have to watch from our website. So that is priced at $97. We also have a higher option with the download capability. The lessons are exactly same. The additional comfort that you get is you can download the high resolution videos to your computer and you can watch them anytime. Since you are downloading these videos, the videos will be with you throughout your entire lifetime. You can watch them whenever you want, even after the 6 months validity is over. Whereas with online, the 6 months validity applies. So within 6 months, you must finish the class. And this is priced at $147. Many of you may know that I also run a popular Excel training program called as Excel School. So we are combining Excel School with VBA, and this is priced at $247. Sorry for that. And this includes everything in the VBA classes at download level and all Excel lessons with download facility as well. So that's more than 45 hours of active learning you can expect. And I have a higher option for people who want to learn everything, that is both VBA, Excel, and how to design Excel dashboards and reports. And this is a very popular option, and this is priced at $347. And you can pay by credit cards, PayPal, and e-checks, and all the regular stuff. If you are living in India, then you can also pay us in INR because we are legally set up in India as a business. So the prices are this, the options are all same, and you can pay us by your credit, debit card, net banking, bank transfer, or check deposit. So what do you get with all these options? Well, with VBA classes, you're going to get 21 hours of VBA training, and you also get 24 hours of Excel lessons and 8 hours of dashboard lessons depending on the Excel School option you opt for. And you get 50 different code examples and sample workbooks. With Excel School options, you're going to get another 50 different workbooks as well. And you're going to access 6 months for our online classroom website. If you opt for any of the Excel School options, you can access our website for 12 months. And you can enjoy our class project and homework assignments. And of course the usual stuff, like you have 30-day money back guarantee. So if there is any problem or if you don't like the class, you can ask us in any on any day in the first 1 month of joining us, and we'll issue the full refund without any questions asked. And we offer this because we are fully confident that this program is going to be loved and you're going to enjoy and you're going to improve your productivity after this. And of course, at the end of this course, you just ask me and we issue the course completion certificate. And you can access any new lessons as we post them. Often, whenever there is an interesting problem that one of the students shares with us, we take that up as an example, we create a new video and add it to the classroom. So any new lessons we are adding, that you can access. And you will get the course newsletter, which is a weekly newsletter that we send with some links and information that you should complete that week. And some free bonuses. We have some free bonuses like a formula cheat sheet and keyboard shortcut poster and a charting ebook. So these free bonuses you can avail once you join the program. How to join us? Just visit chandu.org/wp/VBA classes, or you can click here to sign up. The buttons don't work if you're watching on YouTube or as a video, but if you are on chandu.org or if you have downloaded our brochure, then you can definitely use these buttons. And if you have any questions or doubts, like how do I get a team discount because we all want to join as a team, or how does this aspect of the course work, or something like that, any questions you have, please email me and ask me. My address is chandu.d@gmail.com, or you can also call me. These are my numbers, US and Indian numbers, or you can visit our website and click on the contact details or leave a comment on any particular article that relates to this, and I'll be glad to help you out. Thank you so much for taking time to listen to this presentation. I really appreciate your attention, and we hope to see you in VBA classes, because we know that you want to be awesome in Excel and VBA, and I want to help you out as much as possible. So thank you once again, and I wish you an excellent day ahead. Bye bye.